And with me at the broadcast table are Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi. The starting fives for our game. Here's a look at both lineups. Tip-off coming up in just a moment. Now here's McBride. Pass to Collier. Makes it off the glass.
And one major rule change this year, the addition of the reset timeout.
It's something that's been around in the G League for a while, and it's worked really well there. So they brought it to the W.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it in the G League, and I know it'll be an awesome new wrinkle for the WNBA.
They get it back. Second chance shot, and Clark lays it up and in.
Not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
And it'll happen again and again if they don't put more effort into boxing out.
And that's what it's all about, Brian. Rebound, effort.
Now here's Williams, and here's Kayla McBride from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper.
I love how McBride is unafraid of making mistakes, and she really just plays her game and then will live with the results.
Here's Clark. Mitchell outside. Boston sets a screen. 5 on the clock. Now here's Mitchell. McBride covering. Mitchell, shot's good.
Just a strong finish through contact. Kelsey Mitchell refusing to be out-muscled. I love to see that kind of physicality from her.
Now here's Williams. For 3, Kayla McBride. Another 3 for Minnesota.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Nailed from three-point land.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there, Tim.
It's been a lot of fun to watch.
Williams with it. She's covered by Clark. Inside. Collier. That shot off. Good work defensively by Natasha Howard. Clark outside. Boston outside. Clark outside. The 3 from Kelsey Mitchell. It's hauled in by the Lynx.
And when you talk about winning, historically, the Lynx are up there with any team in the WNBA.
Absolutely. You look at their 4 titles, which is tied for the most in league history. Then you see they have the 3rd best winning percentage of all time. I mean, this is a franchise that consistently has been in the hunt over the years.
Now here's Clark. 5 points in the game. Pass to Mitchell. Howard inside. Covered by Collier. Back to Clark. The 3 ball. Rebounded by Nafisa Collier.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Pass to Williams. Shot on the wing. Good on the jump shot.
Oh, if you want to be a scoring guard like Williams, it helps tremendously when you can hit mid-range jumpers.
Boston outside. Mitchell. Blocked. Now Collier. McBride with the ball. And Clark picks her up defensively.
And Tim, we know success isn't always linear. Just look at Alana Smith. She's a perfect example of that. Took her a few years to claim her spot in the league.
She was a top 10 pick back in 2019. She shot under 20% as a rookie. Alana was out of the league, but she had a great 2023. The Australian finishing 3rd in most improved player voting, and she has really got a spot in the league now.
And the first one falls for her.
The prototypical big for today's game. Smith can beat you inside and outside.
That's also good, so she hits them both. The Fever trailing. Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum.
Well, we saw this with Boston even back in college. She does a great job of drawing fouls.
And this is her first free throw of the game.
For the away team, Aaliyah, Boston. 2 shots.
That one's off.
And the 2024 rookie class absolutely loaded. But what is your favorite pick from that draft?
I'm going second overall with Cameron Brink. She's just a force, an elite shot blocker, maybe one of the best shot blockers in the league from day one. That defense is special. Plus, she's got a great offensive game.
And I'm going with the easy answer, Caitlin Clark. Her presence is already changing this league, both on and off the floor.
Now here's Collier. Here's Carlton. Soft touch off the glass.
Good job to create the easy bucket.
Indiana with the ball. 6-point game. Now here's Clark. She's guarded by Williams. Pass to Holt. Clark. There's the three. She made that one. Basket number 3 for her, and she's also missed 2.
That's just run-of-the-mill for her. She's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Smith. She's guarded by Boston. Collier with it. Howard's there. Collier right side.
Boston grabs the miss.
And it's the fever ball. They trail by 3. Chelsea Mitchell into the lane. And good that time.
What a tough player. Lots of times, Mitchell is the smallest player on the floor, but her heart might be the biggest.
Outside Williams. Collier outside. Drops in the layup for 2.
Looking real comfortable attacking around the rim. If you give Collier the rock anywhere near the basket, she's not going to disappoint.
Now here's Clark. 8 points for her. Boston outside. And the foul called on Smith. That'll be her second foul of the game.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
So it's Indiana now. Boston sets a screen. And here's McDonald. And it's Boston missing.
A real defensive lapse there. She's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. They're lucky she didn't punish him there.
Now here's Williams. 3-point lead. The drive by Nafisa Collier. Mitchell grabs the board. Outside McDonald. Pass to Howard. Mitchell outside. Hold. Here's Boston. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The defenders didn't really even get a sniff of her on that move to the iron.
Smith outside. To the paint. Here's Collier. And they're going to count the bucket and send her to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
When it comes to defensive prowess, there's not too many players that can impact a game like Nafisa Collier.
It gets overlooked sometimes because of her offense, but Nafisa is outstanding on defense. She's the kind of player that opposing coaches have to game plan for at both ends.
What's up?
One thing about Nafisa Collier, she's great at many things. She's not a specialist. She's well-rounded.
Well, how about this? I mean, she's been top 10 in the league in scoring, rebounding, steals, blocks. I mean, that's 4 of the 5 major food groups. She gives you everything at a high level.
Now here's Cunningham.
Clock at 6. McDonald. She gets that one.
Elite when it comes to leaping. McDonald can more than handle herself down low.
Samuelson outside. Heidemann, guarded by McDonald.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to Collier.
Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw
Personal
line.
foul. Third team
And
foul.
Collier sells it so well. The defense has to be mindful of the dangerous pump fake.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. She's perfect from the line this time. Indiana trailing. Mitchell outside. Pass to Turner. Wallace with the ball. Outside McDonald. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Lynx. Collier with it. 9 points in the game. Shepard the screen. Down low. Yes, and it's Nafisa Collier picking up the assist.
Showing off the muscle on that contact finish. Please tell me you didn't think a little contact would disrupt Shepard.
Now here's Mitchell.
Back to McDonald.
For 3. Cans it from downtown.
Streaky from deep. Once McDonald hits one, more can follow. Watch out.
Samuelson outside. Pass to Peely.
Collier. To the middle.
Here's Heidemann.
Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And you got to give credit to Collier for the find. Her 6'2" height allows her to have a clean view of the court. Doesn't miss open teammates.
Here's Mitchell. And she draws the body contact. Looks like a blocking foul. And she was in the shooting motion, so she'll head to the line. And it's her first trip to the line.
Peely. First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the away team, Kelsey Mitchell. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And Mitchell understands her role on this team. She's out there to score as often as she can.
Both shots good from the stripe. Now here's McBride. She's got 6. Lays it up and banks it in.
Neither team can miss early on. I don't know how long they can keep this up.
Offensively, at least, neither team's done jack on D yet.
That's fine with me.
We've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Lynx ahead, up by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And the first quarter in the books, second about to get underway. And from what we've seen from the Lynx, what's your take so far?
A lot of shots in close from them early. Good sign.
It's a lot easier to get buckets inside, and they've done that through one.
Indiana with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Clark. McDonald. 6 on the shot clock. Shepard pulls it in. Now Heidemann. Pass to McBride. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Fever. Here's Colson. Quarter number 2, and we're just about a minute in. McDonald with it. Over McBride. McDonald, no good. The Lynx with the lead. To the inside. Here's Peely. The putback. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Outside McDonald. Olsen. Pass to Clark. Three-pointer. The basket good off the assist from Sophie Cunningham.
I like the decision there by Cunningham.
And here are the Lynx now. In the second quarter, held scoreless. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Shepard with it. McBride, guarded by McDonald. Shepard, the screen. And here's Kayla McBride from the arc. It's good from long range.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball at one end with their own.
A three-point battle starting to take shape here.
Back to Clark. Launches a three. And that's collected by Kayla McBride. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. Shepard in the post. McBride right side. Count that one.
Off the court, McBride is lighthearted, but she's a killer on the court. Basketball is everything to her.
Pass to Colson. Clark. The three-pointer is on target.
Talk about falling asleep on defense. I don't know how you can give a shooter like her that much space from beyond the arc.
And here's McBride. Inside. Shepard. The lead pass was put in just the right spot to produce the layup.
A team-oriented leader with a passion for making others better. McBride is simply a fantastic teammate.
Pass to Colson. Now here's Cunningham. To the paint. And McDonald gets it to go.
Hard to get that shot off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for her, especially down low in the post.
That's a big challenge she's taken on. Going in there with the bigs, great job.
Now McBride. Drains the three-pointer.
Oh, I think she owes the three-pointer dinner because it's been her best friend today, no question.
Well, it has been today anyway. I mean, look, most of her points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Pass to Cunningham. Here's Colson. Here's McDonald. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Minnesota. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Shepard, good.
With the perfect physical frame for interior scoring, Shepard can sure do some damage down low.
outside. Olsen. Back to Clark. From the arc. It fails to fall. Now shooting just a little better than 50%. 5 for 9.
And Tim, when you see Alyssa Peely out there, she's just a different type of player.
Well, she's pretty much a 6'2" big, excellent rebounder, but Peely can also stretch the floor, shoot it. She's a good passer. It's just kind of a unique player.
Here's Colson. She's guarded by Samuelson. On the wing, Sophie Cunningham.
Drops in the tray.
Well, Cunningham is a taller guard, which makes her a tough cover for most other guards in the league.
Samuelson outside.
Pass to McBride. Fires for 3.
They get it back.
Shepard. That one goes in for 2, making it look easy. She's now 4 for 4.
Strong rebounding, and she gets the easy putback as a result.
Outside, McDonald. Takes it out to Clark.
Lets it go from deep.
Shepard pulls it in. Carly Samuelson on the wing.
She's covered by Clark. McBride up top. That doesn't go either for Kayla McBride. The Fever trailing. Down low. Cunningham with the bucket.
Plays with lots of movement offensively. Great from the perimeter, but also capable of doing damage inside.
McBride outside. Pass to Samuelson. Back to McBride. It's stolen by Turner. Got a piece of it.
Now here's Shepard.
Not a lot of room. And the rebound goes to the Fever.
Outside, McDonald.
Over McBride.
McDonald, no good.
Not pretty. You got to just shake off a miss like that.
Now here's McBride.
Guarded by McDonald. And shots good by Peely.
Now Colson. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. To the middle. Turner. It's good, and she makes her first shot of the game.
Backed by her solid footwork, Turner knows a thing or two about scoring inside.
Samuelson outside.
Pass to McBride. Takes the 3. Tries again. That's no good. It's her second miss. She's made 4.
Turner with the ball. McDonald.
McBride covering.
Caitlin Clark outside.
And the 3 ball is good.
I can't believe it. They cannot forget about her like that. She's not going to miss that open look.
Carly Samuelson on the wing.
Pass to McBride.
Shepard the screen.
6 to shoot. Down low. That falls. Great assist by Kayla McBride.
With strong court vision and awareness, McBride is able to read defenses and find the open teammate.
Right side, McDonald. Back to Cunningham.
Olsen. And the layup's good off the glass. The Lynx leading. McBride outside. Here's the floater.
Here's Heidemann.
Good on the 3-point shot.
You know, she caught a glimpse of the open player on the perimeter and sent the pass right over.
And so that brings the first half to a close. The Lynx on top. They're up by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
And how about this? We're seeing a tremendous game from Caitlin Clark.
And I wonder how long she can continue to shoot the 3 ball as well as she has up to this point. She's been quite simply lights out.
Yeah, exactly. And this is something we both know, that sometimes you have those nights where the bucket looks as wide as the Grand Canyon, and it really might be one of those nights for her.
And as the WNBA continues to grow, the leadership we're seeing throughout the league has been great.
Both on the players and league sides. Some great people in charge, doing what's right for the future.
Absolutely, Brian. And the big thing, everybody's on the same page. They all want to advance the sport, advance the league, and continue to be an elite product.
Now the Lynx with it. Smith outside. Pass to Collier. Over Howard. Last shot by Collier, no good. Mitchell, McBride covering. And here is Mitchell.
Double team on Caitlin Clark.
Pass to Mitchell. Off target from outside.
They had some box coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
Collier with it. Howard's there.
It's hauled in by Boston.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Clark outside.
Boston. They double team Aaliyah Boston.
The shot from the low post is good. Williams with it. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
Nafisa Collier on the wing.
Carlton gets the bucket.
She was one step ahead of the D in making that pass. Nice assist.
Here's the Fever with the ball. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Pass to Clark. Fires from deep. And she's good on the 3 ball.
Three's going down quickly at both ends.
What an answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back.
Everybody gets a 3.
Smith. She's guarded by Boston.
Now here's Collier. That one goes. Count it.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Pass to Clark. To the paint. Howard misses.
Those chances, usually they're 2 points for her. The D, I guess, did just enough to bother her.
Mitchell left side. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in.
That play shows you that Mitchell doesn't have to be ball dominant to be effective. She can just catch and shoot.
Smith outside. Pass to Collier. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots next.
Second personal foul.
It goes on Natasha Howard. She's made all of her free throws to this point, 3 of 3.
Nafisa Collier. 2 shots.
And she can't get the first one. She hits the second from the line. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Mitchell outside, pass to Hole. Now Clark. Out of bounds, it'll be Lynx ball.
Minnesota Lynx ball.
The Lynx with the lead. Collier outside. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Uses mobility on the drive and muscle on the finish. What an effort from Collier.
Boston outside. Back to Clark. Boston sets a screen. And that one's good. It's Caitlin Clark for 3.
Of all the players you want to leave open out on the perimeter, she is the last person on the list.
Here's Carlton. Cole defending. Now Carlton. He has 5.
Well, they call them layups for a reason. It's not easy to miss that close to the rim.
Outside Howard. Cole. Now here's Clark. Boston outside. Back to Clark. Just 5 to shoot. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. McBride outside. The kick out to Williams. Sinks the triple.
You know, there are certain players who shoot much better off a pass. Williams is one of them. Allows her to set her feet.
Well, who doesn't love a guard who can be prolific while also being efficient? That's what Kayla McBride does. She makes very few bad plays.
Well, it starts with great shot selection, right? She makes the smart pass rather than the flashy one. She keeps the turnovers to a minimum, and she's someone you trust to read the floor and make good choices.
Third 3, Kayla McBride. Rebounded by the Fever.
Personally, I am shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. She makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Back to Clark. For the tie. It's hauled in by Smith. Collier inside. Howard's there. And that one's good. Collier.
How about that shot going in for Collier? Looked like the contact might disrupt her. Guess it didn't.
Outside Howard. Pass to Clark. Here's the 3. That's in there. Kelsey Mitchell with the assist.
Yeah, she's found a rhythm here in the third quarter, and you can sense her confidence. Everything she puts up from long range seems to be falling.
Now here's Williams. She's covered by Clark. Collier outside. Nafisa Collier draws the double team. Here's Smith. Aaliyah Boston grabs the miss.
Didn't see that miss coming. She's usually so good from that range.
Mitchell, McBride covering. Pass to Hole. Boston with it. For the lead. And it's Collier with the rebound. Here's Carlton. She's got 5. Collier. And here's Williams. The screen by Collier. And Williams gets it to go.
You know, she might be 5'8", but Williams has tons of different ways to finish at the hoop. Hard to stop.
And here is Mitchell. 8 points for her. Clark. And down it goes. 2 points.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
Minnesota calls a timeout.
The Fever making a switch here. And here are the Lynx now. Pass to Collier. Here's Samuelson. It's Jessica Shepard on the wing. And here's Heidemann. She's covered by Clark. Now here's Miller. Here's Collier. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Simple game plan. Collier's teammates need to keep getting it to her. She's feeling it, going to town on the defense.
Caitlin Clark outside. Miller grabs the miss. Here's Heidemann. She's covered by Clark. Now Heidemann. He has 5. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2. And first trip to the free throw line for her in this one.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And the Fever making a change here. And so she hits both. The Fever trailing. Here's Colson. Turner a screen. Inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Flexing her physical attributes to complete the basket through contact. That's a heads-up play from Turner.
And here's Heidemann. 7 points in the game. Sinks that one from the post. Now Colson. Mitchell outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
Collier. Again, Minnesota.
Yeah, when Nafisa Collier, you know, a player that chips in everywhere, including the mid-range.
Mitchell outside. Count that bucket.
They'll want to generate more of those shots in tight.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Lynx on top. They're up by 5. We'll take a quick break and then get back to the action. Okay, fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one with both sides coming to play so far. The Lynx with the lead. Pass to Peely. Back to McBride. Outside Miller. And there's the call on McDonald. That's her first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Heidemann. To the inside. That one is good again. She is 6 for 8 from the floor with that basket.
Unstoppable offense for both teams. I love the pace of this game.
Yeah, the pace is only picking up the deeper we get into this game. This has absolutely been a fun one to watch.
Pass to Wallace. Kicks it out to Clark. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. Hits it from three-point range.
They come out of halftime smoking hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and as hot as they are from out there, there's absolutely no reason not to just keep letting them fly.
I agree, Brian. They should all have the green light.
Shepard the screen. She tries for 3. And that one's good. Heidemann.
Oh, some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, it sure didn't take them long to go and get those 3 points back.
Pass to Wallace. We've gone about 1.5 minutes into this fourth quarter. Cunningham sets a screen. Caitlin Clark with the 3. Miller grabs the miss. The basket drops and she gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up for her.
That's such a field shot. Sweet floater.
And after being the 2nd overall pick in the 2023 draft, Diamond Miller had a strong rookie season.
Yeah, she averaged over double digits and was really productive on the offensive side. Going forward, I'd say the sky is the limit for Miller.
And the free throw, no good. And it's the fever ball. They trail by 9 points.
Cunningham. The shot is good on the assist from Caitlin Clark.
Well, look, one of the reasons they're trailing is because we haven't seen enough of that. She has to become a bigger part of her offense.
Outside Williams. Pass to Heidemann. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Fever. Clark outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Lets the 3 fly.
Miller grabs the miss.
Minnesota Lynx now. Right outside. Jacks up a 3. That shot off the mark.
I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Look good here, too. I'm as shocked as you.
Inside.
Pass to Cunningham.
And here's Colson. Williams with the steal. And now the Lynx fast break. Misses from short range. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now for this fourth quarter. Here's Hull. Unable to get that one to go. Outside Williams. Shot from free throw range. Hull with the rebound. Indiana trailing. Courtney Williams with the steal. A solo fast break. And a basket by Miller.
She draws so much attention. Williams can find others for easy buckets. Good dish.
Time called here. The Fever decide to talk it over.
Well, when you talk about Courtney Williams, her versatility is what stands out the most.
Yeah, she doesn't dominate any individual statistic per se, but she does well in pretty much every category, which is what makes her such a valuable part of this team.
Outside Cunningham. Left side Boston. Mitchell, McBride covering. Clark outside. 5 to shoot. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Collier gets the bucket.
They've been able to depend on her offense all game, guys. She's just not wasting any chances, any shots she's had.
And if they want to make things even easier on themselves here late in the ball game, I got an idea. Just keep getting her the basketball.
Clark with it. Pass to Hole. Now Cunningham. Over Smith. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. The Lynx leading. Shepard with it. Here's McBride. She's covered by Mitchell. Now here's Smith. Over Cunningham. Again, Minnesota.
She's got such a quick trigger from that range when she senses the defenders have backed off her.
So it's Indiana now. Now here's Mitchell. Up top Clark. Takes the 3. Shepard pulls it in. And here's Williams. Pass to Shepard. Here's McBride. And she lays it straight in.
On the drive, McBride can be so dynamic, which helps her beat the defense.
Mitchell outside. Clark with it. She's guarded by Williams. Boston sets a screen. Caitlin Clark with the 3. Drills it from outside.
What are they thinking, leaving her with all that space out there? Don't they know that that's pretty much a layup for her?
Minnesota calls a timeout.
Here's Collier. That one, good for 2.
Finding a way to score down low. Collier can score with her left or right. Makes her very difficult to track and guard.
Mitchell outside. Pass to Clark. This one for 3. And the feeder hit again from deep.
She's done loads of damage from long range today, guys. And there's another big one.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range.
Right outside. Beyond the arc. Brings it from beyond the arc.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
Clark with it. Williams there. Here's Boston. It's hauled in by Smith. On the wing, Kayla McBride. She's covered by Mitchell. Outside, Williams. Pass to Collier. Knocked away. McBride. No good from outside. Clark with it. Howard the screen. Clark outside. Shoots over Williams. And there the Fever with another bucket.
That rebound and the follow, it shows you what she's all about. Ready, determined, and a soft touch to match.
Down low. It's stolen by Hole.
The clock's their worst enemy now.
Yeah, they need to work very quickly.
Howard covered by Smith. Boston
Sets a screen.
Mitchell. And that's collected by Kayla McBride.
That's a shot she had to take.
No question. The decision was good, just didn't execute.
Outside Williams. Here's Collier. And Clark pulls it down. Indiana with the ball. 7-point differential. Williams with the steal. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Can't argue with it. Just get the W. Get home.
So we see the Lynx get the win here. This one was up for grabs right until the dying second.
And you know, I think what stood out was they showed their character when it mattered, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
So that's going to do it for this one, folks. Tip-off goes to Indiana. Mitchell with it.
And guys, you have to admire the way these two teams play. They're all about ball movement.
I mean, you look at the stat sheet, look at the assist numbers these teams put up. There's not too much hero ball going on. They're unselfish.
Yeah, both sides are focused on working the ball around and generating the best shot possible. It's fun to watch.
A shooter who doesn't really need much space to be effective, McBride has a quick and accurate release.
Now here's Mitchell. It's tipped, but they recover it. Let's go with a three. And it's out of bounds to the Fever as Indiana retains possession. Clark outside. Sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, that's great ball movement by Kelsey Mitchell. Finds a way to get it to her open teammate.
And here are the Lynx now.
It's a three-point game. Pass to Smith. To the middle. Collier with it. Howard's there. Shot clock at 5. Good work defensively by Natasha Howard. Hull. McBride covering. Hull with the bucket.
Gritty points from Hull. She leaves it all out on the floor.
Now the Lynx with it. Pass to Carlton. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Back to Collier. Smith outside. From downtown, it's up and it's off the mark. One up, one not down.
And it's been a rough few years for Indiana. They haven't been to the playoffs since 2016.
Single-digit wins in 5 of the last 7 seasons. But the good news is the Fever have loads of young talent. Starting with Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, they have arguably the best young core in the W.
Carlton. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Smith, she's guarded by Boston. To the paint, here's Collier, and the shot goes in.
She's got so many tricks in her bag. She will find a way to hurt you.
Pass to Boston. Mitchell outside. Gets a three-pointer to fall.
It's important that Mitchell keeps hitting from deep because that's going to help open up the offense.
Smith outside. To the middle. Tasha Howard pulls it in. The Fever with the lead. Back to Boston. Pass to Clark for three. Down it goes for her third basket in as many tries.
What a performance. It seems like every three she shoots is going to go in. I mean, she is in the zone.
Now here's Smith. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Carlton. Hole defending. Carlton gets the bucket.
With strong court vision and awareness, McBride is able to read defenses and find the open teammate.
Here's Clark. 9 points in the game. Pass to Mitchell from past the arc. And Carlton pulls it down.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
Collier outside. To the wing on the left. Good on the triple.
What a selfless decision by Collier. She sees someone with a better look, gets him the ball.
And here's Clark. Boston outside. With the floater. Nafisa Collier with some nice D. Minnesota trailing. On the wing, Courtney Williams. No good on the three. So it's Indiana now. Here's Mitchell. Clark outside. Fires the three. Bangs home the trifecta.
Can they make some sort of defensive adjustment? Because guess what? She is killing them from three-point range.
And even when they have closed out on her, she's still knocking them down. I mean, this is just an unbelievable performance we're seeing right now.
It's good.
Great to see her score inside. Collier is an all-around forward, capable of scoring in a variety of ways, including in the paint.
Now here's Mitchell. Clark right side. That one falls, coming off Kelsey Mitchell's feed.
She's been key for them, the way she's distributed the ball.
No doubt. Look, when the offense runs through her, smooth operation.
Williams with it. She's covered by Clark. Pass to Collier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hole with the rebound.
The defense can't make a habit of giving her that shot. She just doesn't miss many of them.
Mitchell, shot's good.
Just a strong finish through contact. Kelsey Mitchell refusing to be outmuscled. I love to see that kind of physicality from her.
Here's Carlton. She has 5. Smith outside. Pass to Collier. And she drops in the layup off glass.
Finding a way to score down low. Collier can score with her left or right. Makes her very difficult to track and guard.
Clark, she's guarded by Williams. 2 points. That one goes in.
That's the easiest fast break opportunity an offense gets. Off a steal.
Exactly. The defense with no chance to get back.
Now here's Clark. She's got 14. Back to Mitchell. And stolen by Kayla McBride. Carlton gets the bucket.
Understanding defense is better than most. McBride's a playmaker with an advanced feel for the game.
Here's Mitchell. He has 5. Pass to Boston. Clark. Mitchell, right side. Outside Howard. Clark, she's guarded by Williams. The three from Kelsey Mitchell. It's hauled in by Williams.
She's jacked up a number of threes, but her accuracy has just not been there. If you ask me, it's time to try something new.
Now here's Smith. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Mitchell outside. Up top Clark. Hole. Back to Clark. Three-pointer. No good. That's the first shot from the floor she's missed. 5 for 6. Carlton. And it's good. The game is all even.
This game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides. This is much-watched basketball.
Let's hope they keep it up.
Now here's Clark. 14 points for her. Mitchell outside. Trying to get back on track. Buries it from three-point range.
Strong response from Mitchell, one of the sweetest shots in the game. Kelsey has a great release.
And here's Kayla McBride from the arc. Another three for Minnesota.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the three right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
Now here's Clark. Boston outside. Clark. Lexi Hole on the wing. Tried to come right back with the three of her own, but it's no good. Right outside. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Boston. Mitchell outside. Pass to Boston. Clark. She's guarded by Williams. Now here's Clark. Launches it. The shot, no good. We're at the end of one in a close game so far. And we've got more exciting basketball action coming your way right after the break. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And from what we've seen from the Lynx, what's your take so far?
Lots of running to start the game here.
It's a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition.
Here's Heidemann. Pass to Shepard. Samuelson with the ball. Guarded by McDonald. And here's Heidemann. Clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Shepard, good.
When you pair Shepard's length with her effort level, you end up with offensive rebounds like that.
Now here's Wallace. McBride covering. Now here's Clark. She's guarded closely. Outside Cunningham. Turner a screen. And that's good. Sophie Cunningham for 3.
3 points.
Well, Cunningham is a taller guard, which makes her a tough cover for most other guards in the league.
And this Minnesota franchise is built around their star, Napheesa Collier.
Well, you think about 2022, Collier played just 4 games in the Lynx. They missed the playoffs. Last year, Collier took her game to another level, a first-team All-WNBA selection.
Now here's Clark. 14 points for her. Cunningham lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
The endless motor of Sophie Cunningham. So tough to guard. She's always moving.
Samuelson outside.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Heidemann. Drills the three-pointer.
That is some dime dropping. Exquisite assist.
Here's Wallace.
The tray. Shepard pulls it in.
Carly Samuelson on the wing.
She's covered by Clark.
And it's Peely missing. Now here's Wallace.
She's guarded closely.
And that's a foul called on Peely.
That's her first foul. And the Fever making a change here.
In for Indiana, number 51, Sydney Colson.
Up top, McDonald.
4 on the clock. Over McBride. Again, the miss by the Fever. And there's a whistle. That goes on Turner.
Team foul.
That is her first foul of the game. Now the Lynx with it. McBride outside.
Samuelson outside. Peely with the screen.
The 3 is up. The Fever pull it in.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems. Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And this is her first free throw of the game. And she makes the first.
Obviously, easier said than done, but what's the key in winning a title?
Well, straight up, you need a first-team all-WNBA level player. Basically, every title team has had, at minimum, a top 5 talent.
And it has to be about more than her. You need key role players and multiple defensive stoppers as well.
She hits both from the stripe.
And guys, we've heard so much about Caitlin Clark, but Brian, why don't you give a scouting report to those who haven't gotten a chance to see her play?
Well, she's an incredible passer. She's got limitless range, and I think she's underrated as a defender. For the Fever, we're talking about a franchise player to build around.
An intimidating interior presence. Smith uses her toughness to get her way down low.
And in 2023, Minnesota finished as the 6th seed with a record of 19-21.
Well, Minnesota missed the playoffs in 2022, which ended their 11-year postseason streak. But they regrouped, and in 2023, they took the Sun the full 3 games in the first round, almost pulling off the huge upset. But what was most important was getting back to the postseason.
And that one drops, so they lead by 1.
The prototypical big for today's game. Smith can beat you inside and outside.
Clark outside. The 3. It's in. Basket number 6 for her thus far. She has missed only 2 shots from the floor.
She's made the most of her chances, hasn't she? She needs to keep on working to get these good looks.
Now here's Smith. She uses the glass on the layup.
A player who can get creative offensively. Let's just say Smith knows what to do inside.
Pass to Clark. And stolen by Kayla McBride.
And here's Heidemann.
Williams. On the wing, Kayla McBride. Screen by Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Drive by Kayla McBride. And they pick up 2.
Well, this is the confidence that McBride has in herself. She understands how to carve through defenses with her ball handling.
Out to the wing.
Left side, Boston.
And so she draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot 2.
It's going to be on Jessica Shepard.
Well, you just have to be excited about Aaliyah Boston, a young woman with tons of skills. She dominated in college, and she's going to dominate in the WNBA.
down the first one.
The top pick in the 2023 draft, Aaliyah Boston more than delivered her rookie season.
Oh, you can say that. I mean, she wasn't just Rookie of the Year. Aaliyah was also an All-Star, led the W in field goal percentage, top 10 in key metrics for a center, rebounding and blocks. I mean, what more can you ask from the top overall pick in Aaliyah Boston?
And so she makes both from the line.
Well, back in the early 2010s, the Lynx went on one of the best runs we've ever seen.
And forget, WNBA. We're talking one of the best runs in American pro sports history. From 2011 to 2017, 4 titles, 6 final appearances, sustained excellence we haven't seen since.
Now here's Williams. Smith up top. Over Boston. Natasha Howard pulls it in. Now here's Mitchell. McBride covering. Mitchell's shot's good.
Superb work inside from Mitchell. She's so good at finding space to shoot from the interior.
Pass to McBride. Collier guarded by Howard. Outside Williams. Shoots over Clark. Williams can't get it to go. The Fever leading. And here's Clark. She's guarded by Williams. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, we saw this with Boston even back in college. She does a great job of drawing fouls.
And this is her 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game here. And the first one at the line is good.
In terms of defensive guards, who do you think is the best in the league, Brian?
I think you start with Brittany Sykes. She's been all defense the last 4 seasons and creates havoc at the point of attack.
And I like Jordan Canada. She's a little smaller at 5'6", but she piles up the steals, is normally amongst the league leaders, and is so quick. I mean, she is a menace guarding the ball.
Kept alive. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Collier. It's stolen by Hull. Clark, that one's good.
Nice ball movement from Hull. Terrific at recognizing when her teammates are open.
The Lynx trailing. Smith outside. Now Collier. Down low. It's stolen by Hull. And it's the Fever on the break.
Pass to Boston.
Clark with it. Now here's Mitchell. 5 to shoot. To the inside. Unloads from 13 feet. And another basket for Indiana.
They're doing a nice job of stringing together solid possessions and building that lead up.
Yeah, and that's the key right there. Consistency. They'll stay in control of this game if they stick with the game plan and don't waste possession.
Absolutely.
Now here's McBride. She's got 8. Yes! And it's Courtney Williams with the assist that time.
With a smooth touch from outside, McBride's versatility leaves defenses pretty vulnerable.
Clark with it. She's guarded by Williams. Back to Clark. The 3. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 attempts.
Oh, some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, it sure didn't take them long to go and get those 3 points back.
Here's Carlton. Hull defending. Screen by Smith. Here's Collier. And you can count it. She'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
The power. Collier using that upper body strength to finish it off.
Some players struggle with the transition from college to pros, but not Nafisa Collier.
I mean, her rookie year was ridiculous. She led the league in minutes. She was an all-star as a rookie. Remember, Collier won a national championship in college, so she was used to the spotlight. She's coming to the league as an all-star level player, and we've seen her just improve.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Now McDonald. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Here's Boston. Off target with the jump hook. Here's Minnesota. Trailing by 4. Pass to Smith. Now Heidemann. She's covered by Mitchell. And here's Heidemann. And that one good. So it's Indiana now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Howard. Hull with the ball. Pass to Boston. Shot clock at 5. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
And it's going to go on Atlanta Smith.
At the line for the away team, Aaliyah, Boston. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. He's off on the second. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
Pass to Heidemann. Smith outside. And the call will be against Mitchell. That's her first foul.
First personal foul. 4th team foul. Checking in from Minnesota, number 15, Jessica Shepard.
Here's Carlton. 10 points for her. Pass to Collier. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. And it's a tie ball game.
That's a great play on the glass, and for her, it's what really we expect from her. All her second chance points do not come by accident.
Now here's Howard. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Cunningham up top. From outside the arc. That one falls, coming off Kelsey Mitchell's feet.
That's what I call pretty passive. Timely recognition as to where the open teammate was.
Nafisa Collier for 3. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Fever on top. They're up by 3. And we will be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the Phantom half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot. Oh, sorry. Give it up for the participants.
Start of the third quarter here after a closely contested first half.
And how about this? We're seeing a tremendous game from Caitlin Clark.
What I noticed more than anything about her first half offense was She didn't waste her opportunity. She made just about every good look she had.
And they were pretty much all good looks. I mean, her shot selection has been phenomenal throughout the game.
So the Lynx now. It's a three-point game. Smith outside. Pass to Collier. Inside. It's stolen by Natasha Howard. Mitchell outside.
And here's Boston.
Green by Howard. Clark with it. Williams there. 4 on the shot clock. Mitchell outside.
The shot is good on the assist from Caitlin Clark.
She can shoot off the dribble a lot, but Mitchell is also adept at shooting off the delivery. A crisp pass helps her square up.
Now here's McBride. Over Mitchell. And the basket by McBride. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
Pass to Boston.
Here's Clark. Banked in off the glass.
Textbook. Nice pass, nice catch, nice shot.
Minnesota trailing. Smith outside. To the paint. Here's Collier. Good work defensively by Natasha Howard. Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Clark. From past the arc.
And Carlton pulls it down.
Here's Collier. Hole with the rebound. Here's Mitchell. And the layup is good.
Sees the opening and does not hesitate. Mitchell challenging this defense.
Time called here. The Lynx decide to talk it over.
A popular topic in WNBA circles, player rights.
Yeah, the league has made some major strides in terms of freedom of movement, free agency, and also off the floor benefits.
Plus, we've seen salary increases, so it's been great to see these advances the last few years.
So the Lynx now, trailing here by 8. Outside Williams. Right outside. 6 to shoot. Yes. And it's Courtney Williams with the assist that time.
Well, you want to get back into a ball game, knock down threes. Another 3 from her, getting them that much closer.
Well, she knows all about that. I mean, most of her points have come on the three-point shot today.
Now here's Mitchell. 15 points in the game. And stolen by Collier.
Smith with it, and it's Boston picking her up.
Got a hand on it. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Pass to Howard. And stolen by Nafisa Collier. To the inside.
And stolen by Boston. Caitlin Clark with the 3.
Indiana again missing.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
The Fever leading.
Here's Hull.
Pass to Mitchell. Lets it go from deep.
And Carlton pulls it down. And that's a foul called on Aaliyah Boston.
First team foul.
That's her first foul. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Smith outside. McBride hits the three-point bomb.
Off the court, McBride is lighthearted, but she's a killer on the court. Basketball is everything to her.
Now here's Mitchell. She's got 15. Gets it to go from downtown.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball at one end with their own.
A three-point battle starting to take shape here.
Drafted back in 2018, Kelsey Mitchell has spent her entire career with Indiana.
Yeah, and the Fever is yet to make the playoffs with her on the team. It's made Kelsey really overlooked. Quietly, she's carried their offense over the years, put up big numbers, and was an all-star in 2023.
Clark outside. There's the three. And another three for Indiana.
That's just a defensive breakdown. I mean, she is not the player you want to leave open from the perimeter.
Minnesota calls a timeout. And guys, this is something we were just talking about off the air, but Caitlin Clark is one of the most hyped basketball players that we've ever seen.
Yeah, and we're not just talking about the WNBA. When you talk about the most hyped rookies, I think we probably have to go back to 2003 when LeBron went first overall. Basically, it's going to be really fun to see how Caitlin Clark's career goes.
Fever on D. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. To the middle. Here's Collier, and she banks in the layup.
Well, you got to give it to Shepard. She keeps her eyes up and her options open.
Now here's Mitchell. She's got 15. Clark outside. Launches it. Connects from three-point range.
Yeah, she's found a rhythm here in the third quarter, and you can sense her confidence. Everything she puts up from long range seems to be falling.
Now here's Williams. Nafisa Collier on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark.
It's rare to see her come up empty on such a wide-open look.
Pass to Boston. Mitchell, McBride covering. Caitlin Clark outside. And another three for Indiana.
You know, she's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close down on her.
Here's Collier. Shepard. Shepard the screen. And here's Kayla McBride from the arc. Basket number 8 is all good. She's attempted 12 shots.
Another long-range bomb for her. Her three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead down.
Definitely. As long as she keeps burying them, they might as well keep going back to the well.
Now here's Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. And another three for Indiana.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
McBride with the ball. She's covered by Mitchell. And the basket by McBride.
The catalyst of the team, McBride is dependent on for buckets, and I'll tell you, she usually delivers.
Now here's Mitchell. 18 points for her. Clark outside. That's in there. Kelsey Mitchell with the assist.
It's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Minnesota trailing. Outside Williams. Pass to Collier. And here's Smith. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
She had no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important because probably would have been a quick 2 points if she doesn't knock it out of bounds. So I love that effort level.
Here's Heidemann. She's covered by Clark. Clock at 4. From about 10 feet out, and that one goes long. Here's the Fever with the ball. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 9. Mitchell outside. Now here's Clark. She's covered closely. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
Pass to Shepard.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Back to Collier. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Fever. Now Mitchell. She's got 18. Clark covered by Collier. Caitlin Clark penetrating. Can't connect from short range. Shepard with it, and Clark picks her up defensively. Shepard the screen. Down low. Pass to Peely. That one falls.
Good ball movement. She put that pass in the ideal spot, and I can guarantee you her teammate appreciated it.
Now here's Mitchell. Here's Clark. Count it.
I mean, she scored most of their points herself. Her offense is a big part of her team's recipe for success.
Pass to Heidemann. Now here's Collier. Shepard. Back to Collier. 18 feet out. That misses off the backboard.
Right now, she needs to find another way to contribute besides shooting the basketball because she can't get anything to bounce her way this quarter.
Now here's Cunningham. Turner up top. Pass to Clark. And it's Collier with the rebound. And here's Heidemann. From deep. Oh, no good on the buzzer beater. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Fever ahead. They lead by 11. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Indiana with the ball. They lead by 11. Pass to Wallace. Outside McDonald. The tray. Drops in the tray.
Well, if she's hitting from three, McDonald becomes an impossible matchup for whoever gets her assignment.
Right outside. Shepard the screen from deep. And Kayla McBride with the three.
How about that for a response?
We'll give you a three, and then we'll take it right back.
It's turning into a three-point contest.
Now here's McDonald. Inside, Turner. That's good, and it's Erie McDonald with the assist.
Backed by her solid footwork, Turner knows a thing or two about scoring inside.
Pass to McBride for three. And the Lynx, another three.
Really, she's been a bright spot for them. She's had a very efficient offensive performance.
Yeah, who knows how much bigger the lead would be if it wasn't for her shooting.
Now here's McDonald. Now Wallace. Cunningham sets a screen. Now here's Wallace. McBride covering. That three off target. Have some space there after the little pump fake. Shepard in the post. Defended by Turner. And she trims the lead to single digits.
Showing off the muscle on that contact finish. Please tell me you didn't think a little contact would disrupt Shepard.
Now here's Clark. Pass to Wallace. Goes up on the stripe. And she comes up with the deuce.
And this game has really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Yeah, well, no one's ever going to argue with more offense, and that's exactly what we're getting.
I'm not going to argue with you, Brian. Let's see more offense.
McBride misses.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so just two.
First
And Brian, one of the better all-around defenders in this league, Arie McDonald.
Well, back in college, she won Defensive Player of the Year twice in her conference. With quick feet and quick hands, she lives in the passing lanes and is always a threat to pick the ball and jet the other way.
The first one falls, so it's both teams making substitutions here. So she gets them both. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed by now here in the fourth quarter. Outside Williams. Here's Peely. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
Second personal.
That one on Turner.
Team foul. At the line for your Minnesota Lynx, Alyssa Peely. 2 shots.
And she knocks down the first one. She makes 1 of 2 that time. So it's Indiana now. Here's Hull. The rebound by Courtney Williams. Now the Lynx with it. 11-point game. To the paint. McBride. It's good. The assist that time from Courtney Williams.
You know, you simply cannot say enough about her individual performance so far, even if the all-around team effort has been lacking.
Now here's Clark. Pulls up on the wing, and it's in off the backboard. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. McBride outside.
Peely with the screen.
And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And we have to take another look at that block.
She's all over that shot. Had it read the whole way and gets the position she needs to make the play.
The Lynx making a switch here.
44, Carly Samuelson.
Six on the shot clock. Outside Williams. Rebounded by the Fever. And here's Clark. And she was fouled in the act of shooting, an opportunity for a three-point play.
Well, they've built this league who plays exactly like that. She's easily been the most consistent performer.
No question about that. I mean, she's just hitting everything in sight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Caitlin Clark is as popular as anyone in this league, and it's easy to see why she's so well liked.
Yeah, she's just a fun player to watch. I mean, Clark takes those deep threes. She attempts some passes that others don't even think about or see. She brings so much excitement to the league, and a big reason why is her playing style.
And Collier knows she has the green light to take these shots. Love how fast she makes decisions.
And so she draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot two.
Personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the away team, Kelsey Mitchell. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Mitchell understands her role on this team. She's out there to score as often as she can.
And good on both. Here's Williams. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
Second team foul.
Caitlin Clark picks one up.
Never scared to go down low, even at 5'8". Williams has guts. She'll take it right to the hoop.
First free throw is good. And that's good as she hits both shots. Mitchell with it.
Outside Cunningham. Boston up top.
Pass to Clark. Shot clock at 6.
Hull with the ball. Boston outside.
Over Shepard. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. This Lynx squad struggling. Outside Williams. Pass to Smith. Collier outside. 5 on the clock. Nafisa Collier draws the double team. Here's Shepard. The shot's good. Kayla McBride making the play.
With the perfect physical frame for interior scoring, Shepard can sure do some damage down low.
Here's Clark. Now Cunningham. Mitchell outside. Pass to Clark.
Cunningham covered by Smith. Right side Cunningham.
That one goes in.
Cunningham.
With a quick and consistent release, Cunningham can knock down shots from mid-range, downtown, you name it.
Now here's Williams.
Screen by Smith.
Collier outside. McBride. Back to Collier. Pass to Williams. Takes the 3.
It's hauled in by Boston.
And it's the fever ball.
Here's Clark.
She's guarded by Williams. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2.
Hey, it didn't take long for Aaliyah Boston to make waves here in the W. She came ready.
Aside from the accolades she racked up in her first season, her team just plays better with her on the floor. She's a spark plug out there, and it seems that the team goes the way Aaliyah goes. She is a force at the 4-5 position in this league.
And the fever making a change
Shooting
here.
2.
And the first one falls for her. Both good at the line. And here are the Lynx now. Down by 15. It's stolen by Natasha Howard. Here's Mitchell. Clark outside. Launches a three. And Carlton pulls it down. It's stolen by Hull. Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Clark. Boston covered by Smith. Now here's Clark. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession, so we'll have a jump ball. Clock at 6. Jacks up a three. Offensive board. Here's Hull. Pass to Boston. Over Smith. Indiana again missing. So the Lynx now. 15-point game. Carlton, Hull defending. Now Carlton. Outside Williams. Shot to stop the drought. Beyond the arc. Smith, no good.
On an open look like that, she's just got a gift for making the weak coverage pay.
That's a surprising miss. She's almost always deadly when she's that open, even from way downtown.
Now here's Mitchell. Back to Clark. Fires for three. It's hauled in by the Lynx. Smith outside. Pass to Collier. McBride. Baked in off the glass. And here is Mitchell. Clark with it. The floater. Boston. And the bucket counts, and she's on her way to the line to try to make it a three-point play. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Aaliyah, Boston. One shot.
One shot.
Here's Heidemann. Pass to Samuelson. Shepard, defended by Turner. Now Heidemann. Just 5 to shoot. Expanding her range. Turner grabs the board. Clark outside. So it's the Fever taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says an awful lot about this team.
Yeah, Blake, I guess they don't need home cooking, like, you're cooking from your mom, to feel at home. Just a masterful performance all around for them.
That'll do it for our broadcast, everyone.